I'm Damiana, and I'm going to be answering some questions from viewers today. Now, Charles wrote in and asked me, I've got some nosy neighbors, and they just won't mind their own business or leave me alone. What do I do? Well, Charles, I do have some advice for you, and that is, look, if you look out your blinds and you see some nosy neighbors trying to peep in and look in your business and see what you're up to in the privacy of your own home, here's what I say. Put on a show. Give them what they want. Look, if they're looking, you might as well deliver on the promise. So I say put on something a little naughty, a little sexy, a little playful. If you got costumes, wear them. Get whimsical. Go to the store, buy some new items. Maybe some funny cat ears and nothing else. And let me tell you, they're in for the burlesque show of their lives that they didn't see coming. And then, put on some kind of sassy, fun music and just put on a little dance. Let your body do the talking and just see what happens. And let me tell you, those nosy neighbors, they'll be back for more. You're welcome. Cheers. Reminds me, I need to get my costumes out. I think it's 3 o'clock. It's time for my show. Sylvia, I'm talking to my neighbor. Get comfortable. Here she comes. Woo! Yes. I'm Damiana, and I've got some tips for you. And that's right, just the tip from Damiana. Okay. Now, Craig writes in and he asks me, I've got a mean boss at work. He's just real mean to me. What do I do? Well, Craig, what I tell you is, look, self-care is most important. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself. Go to the mall. Get yourself a mani-pedi and maybe a vanilla chai frumble. Well, that's what they call it at the place I like to go to, the strip mall down in Rancho Palos Verdes. Anyway, you gotta get it. It's delicious. Tell the gal behind the counter you want extra sprinkles, Dami style. And, just give yourself a day. Walk along the beach. Enjoy the weather. Maybe fly a kite. Then go back to the office, and now you're grounded. Now you're rooted, right? Now you're just in a good place emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And you can look your boss straight in the eye and say, fuck off. I hope that helps. Cheers from Damiana. Mwah. Some autumn reflections from Damiana. The autumn leaves are falling from the trees. The pumpkin spice lattes are flowing freely in a river of pumpkin delight. The spooks and the ghouls are crouching in the alleyways, waiting to jump out at you. And I'm not even talking about Halloween. They're just always there. This is a day in the life of Damiana, not just in autumn, but in summer, spring, winter, and fall. And life is just a constant parade of terror, anxiety, and suspense. What do? Laugh madly in the face of the horror of living, the existential reality that we all face every day. Laugh, I say, laugh. And enjoy this autumn. Cheers. I'm Damiana, and I've got some hot scoop on the hot news. I call this Hot Scoops with Damiana. Now, Diddy's freak-offs. We're all freaked out about it. There's tapes coming out that captured all the horrific acts he's committed on his unsuspecting partygoers. And I say, besides being absolutely horrific, how can we heal ourselves? How can we process this collectively as a culture? Well, first of all, I say, let's watch some Snoopy and the Gang cartoons. Isn't that the perfect antidote for the tale of P. Diddy's misdeeds? That's right. Nothing clears my mind from the horrors of this, that, and the other more than Woodstock and Snoopy playing a trick on Charlie Brown and Lucy and the Gang. Oh, I'll tell you this, Linus, I'm ready to curl up with my security blanket while I scream with horror at what humanity is capable of. Cheers! There you go. This is Damiana with another hot take and a hot story. This is Damiana's Hot Scoops. Okay, Tim Walz, vice presidential hopeful. What do I think? Well, I think he's America's dad and he's America's coach. And let me tell you this, he could coach me to do this, that, and the other in the bedroom. Sorry, Mrs. Waltz. I say this with love and respect and pride. Let's just say when Waltz is supporting Kamala in the White House, I'm going to be at home in my football jersey acting things out. Just in the privacy of my own home. Scenarios, storylines, fanciful ways this could go. If, let's say I was the first female football player on Coach Waltz's team when he was still in teaching high school. And then, but I was also, I was a legal adult. I stayed back in school a few extra years. And one day after practice, I needed to talk to Coach. We needed to go over some special plays, and he got the whiteboard out, and there was diagrams, and it was very complicated, and I needed help understanding. Well, he guided my hand, and guided this, that, and the other, and long story short, I became the new Mrs. Waltz. Sorry, current Mrs. Sorry, current Mrs. Waltz. Dami moves in. I'm Mrs. Waltz now. Score! Touchdown. Cheers. I'm Damiana, and I'm here with another hot take on a hot story. This is Damiana's Hot Scoops. What's my favorite neighborhood of Los Angeles? Well, I'd have to say it's the portion of Van Nuys where there's no buildings. It's just kind of this empty road, and there's a couple liquor stores. Most of them are not open anymore. Now, this is where I like to go and just let my freak flag fly. I stand on the street corner and I rip all my clothes off and I scream maniacally, and I just channel the spirit, just whatever's moving me. And everyone knows me as the scary lady who shows up sometimes. And I enjoy it. Hey, that's LA, baby. Cheers. I'm Damiana, and here's my hot take on a hot story. This is Damiana's Hot Scoops. Chapel Rowan. What do I think about her? What's my take? Well, let me tell you, I love a pink pony club myself, and I support Chapel Rowan. Here's the thing. She's been getting a lot of flack lately because everyone's asking her for her political stance because she has influence. She could get her young voters to vote this way or that. And while I personally would recommend that she recommend my fave, Kamala Harris, okay, my politics are out in the open. There it is, on the table for you. I respect that Chapel, she's like, look guys, back off. The fame is getting to her. She's feeling anxiety, depression. It's overwhelming. She's kind of shutting down emotionally and psychologically. And you know what, Chapel? I get it. I'm there every day. And it's a lot of pressure being a high-profile lady reporter like myself. I'm out there on the line, getting the stories, getting the reports, sharing them with the people, and frankly, it's a heavy cross to bear. And every day, I have to sort of self-medicate by just looking in the mirror, taking a lipstick, screaming maniacally, and kind of doing a Demi Moore from that new movie, The Substance, just acting real crazy with my makeup. And then I run out into the streets. I terrorize the neighbors. I go into the supermarket. I tear things off the shelves. And at the end of the day, I feel much better. So, Chapel, that's my takeaway to you. Just freak out, cause some trouble and raise a ruckus, and just get it out of your system. Because I get it. My fellow famous sister, kindred spirit friend, it's a lot. So we just got to unload somehow and let the public bear the brunt of our crazy. Cheers. I'm Damiana, and I'm here with my hot take on a hot story. This is Damiana's Hot Scoops. Now, there's a lot of pressure these days on celebrities to endorse a presidential candidate because 2024, the elections never had higher stakes than this one. And so everyone's wondering, who's Taylor Swift going to vote for? Now we know Kamala Harris. Who's Chapel Rowan going to vote for? She won't say. Everyone has the pressure on them. So I'm here to tell you, you know what? I'm putting it out there. I'm with my official endorsement. I, Damiana, endorse Kamala Harris for president. You're welcome. Everyone's been asking. There you have it. Listen, Kamala Harris, she, first of all, she's such a brilliant lady. She's tough, compassionate, she's warm, she's nurturing, but she's got an incisive wit. She's got great ethics and morals. I I support her wholeheartedly, and everyone's been asking me, down at the bar, when I'm there in the morning, and when I'm in the bar in the afternoon, when I'm in the bar in the night. Everyone's been asking me, who am I voting for? Well, now you know. Kamala Harris 2024 all the way, and let's hope she gets a second term. And listen, I know there's a lot of people saying, what about her stance on the Middle East? Oh, well, we gotta get right with Gaza. And here's what I say. What, you want the alternative? You're going to do a protest vote and vote not for her or for Trump and for someone like Jill Stein who doesn't stand a chance. Guess what? If you end up with Trump, it's going to be way worse. So let's be smart here, people. Be strategic. Think like it's a chess game, okay? You got to get 3 steps ahead. You might not love certain things about the Kamala Harris Walz administration's stance. Well, listen, you want it to be way worse? Then give a protest vote and don't vote for her or the other guy. Or vote for Kamala Harris and put the pressure on to get what is right. And that's Damiana's hot take. And by the way, Kamala Harris, I also am a big supporter of your husband, Doug. Big fan. And look, Kamala Harris, we're modern ladies. We're ladies of 2024. Maybe we can talk a little bit. We can work a little something out. Just a little. Look, and Doug, if you're watching, stop on by my condo. I'll give you the door code. Just come on up with Kamala's blessing, and let's have a good old time. I got a goblet just for you, Doug. A goblet just for you. So there you have it. Damiana's endorsement. You're welcome, Kamala and Doug. Wink. Hi, it's Damiana, and I'm here with some of Damiana's patented hangover cures. Listen, if you're like me, you've had just a random Saturday morning when you drank too much the night before and you need to recover. Or maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Okay, maybe a Monday, maybe a Sunday. All of these things have happened to me. Sometimes, okay, often in the same week. I have a lot of fun. Okay. What do? Okay, here's Damiana's patented hangover cure. Okay, get yourself a big box of yummy Lucky Charms. Fill up a bowl, look at it, feel real nauseous, really unhappy, unable to eat it. Then go to the TV, put on just something comforting, comfort viewing, maybe as I do, reruns of The View, like all the episodes from that week. Just rewatch them and just watch all the ladies squabbling, bantering, and just fighting with each other. And take that into your system and just let that work through. And then pour yourself a big goblet of water. Don't drink it. Boring. Okay, listen, hair the dog every time. Go get the vodka, get the Captain Morgan rum, spice vanilla, ideally. Fill up the goblet. Maybe just a little splash of Coca-Cola. And then, bottoms up, you'll feel way worse in no time, but maybe the next day you might feel better. Cheers from me to you. Have fun. It's Damiana. Hi, I'm Damiana, and here's my advice to Gen Z from a staunch Gen X lady. Now listen, there's a lot of talk on the TikTok and on the news and on the YouTube about Gen Z and your concerns of the day. And as an elder and refined lady, I'd like to give my wisdom. Listen, I might have lots of rizz and no cap on that. See, I know how to talk to the kids. It's just one of my many gifts. But listen, guys, here's the deal. The world's fucked up. Not my fault. Blame the boomers. Look, I'm the slacker generation. We've just been hanging out, having a good old time since the late 80s into the 90s. Try to take on more of our ethos. I know there's a lot of angst and hand-wringing and terror, just abject terror at the state of the world today. So take it from this Gen X gal. Pour yourself a goblet of your favorite beverage, sip it, enjoy it, savor it, and to the rest of it say, fuck it. You're welcome.